Live from Garry O'Neill Studios in Baltimore.
You're listening to the See.Plan.Do show with Garry O'Neill.
All right, here you go. Jay.
What's up, everybody? What's up? Happy Pod Day! Yeah! Ow! What's up, everybody? Welcome to the See.Plan.Do show with me, professional mindset coach, business coach, relationship coach, consultant, motivational speaker, whatever you want, whatever you need. Garry O'Neill Jr. And welcome to this amazing power-packed two-part episode entitled Vulnerable. And this is how we are going to secure ourselves. And again, this is part one. So let's talk about what we're going to be going over today. Again, my name is Garry O'Neill Jr. I am going to be going over a couple of things. One, how can we avoid being vulnerable in different things? So again, part one is going to have a couple of them, and then we're going to go into part two, which is something else, as well as, hey, it's football season, baby. So my NFL playoff picks, as well as my thoughts, views, opinions on the TikTok ban. And so I just want to start off with something new. I thought about this. Instead of just saying, hey, if you see me out in the street, blah, 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 I'm going to start off with amazing quotes. So the first quote is going to be, for last year's words belong to last year's language, and next year's words await another voice. That was by T.S. Eliot. So we're going to have poems every start of the show to get us right, to get us going. And so can I get to my shout outs, my day one A1 listeners? You don't know, man. You don't know, as a person who works hard. I'm in my basement. I've had a studio. I've done all these things. And having the support of people like you that have been here from the start. When I first started on the radio, and that was cool. And then being able to transition over, do different things, to be able to have people to say, hey, man, what's up? I like your episodes, to chime in. I see a lot more people subscribing. Thank you so much. So day one A1 listeners from the get-go, when I had the coffee cups and stuff like that, you have a special place in my heart. New listeners, people that are listening to this for the first time, thank you so much. Returning listeners, my Candy Corn crew, as well as you, wherever you are, whenever you are, however you're listening to this, or you're watching this or listening in glorious 1080p, whenever, however, wherever, what earth this is. Thank you. You could have been doing anything else. You could have been anywhere in the world. I appreciate that. And so we're going to be going over being vulnerable and how we can avoid being vulnerable. And my NFL picks, I definitely am looking forward to having that conversation. But can we get to our See.Plan.Do moment of the week, sponsored by, to be honest, the best CPR company out here on the planet, if I do say so myself. So right after a brief word from our wonderful, amazing sponsor that powers these episodes, we'll get right to it.
Are you looking to get certified in CPR, first aid, or other life-saving skills? Heart Savers Maryland is your premier CPR training facility. Individual and classroom sessions available. Schedule your training at heartsaversmd.com. Each second counts. Get trained today.
And normally for our See.Plan.Do, our moment of the week, I like to highlight a quote, something I thought about, any one of those things. We could talk about that in the appetizer, but right now I just want to send out my thoughts and prayers to people that are affected by the wildfires in California. Us living East Coast, we don't experience like that. And so, looking at different videos, looking at all those things that are happening day in and day out, we're seeing what's happening. Our thoughts are with you. Our prayers are with you. So if you're able to, There's different things, different organizations that are offering aid. So please sign up for one that aligns with you. I'm going to look at some of them and then be able to post them in the comment section. So, but again, do your own research, go with what you feel you would like to do as far as donations. But again, to the people that are affected, people lost their homes. There are people who have died. I just want to take this moment out just to say that our thoughts are with you. Our prayers are with you. And hopefully we can get these things under wrap. Just being able to see something like that, again, social media is an amazing place, but it gives us real world stuff. So having people record, these wildfires just drifting through and just destroying things is just hard, just really just unfortunate. And again, we hope that things start making a turn for the best. And our thoughts are with you. All right. So let's get to our appetizer of this episode. And again, 143, being vulnerable, part 1. So right after a brief word from probably the best DJ company here, East Coast, West Coast, Northwest, however you are, wherever you are, it's always party celebration season. So right after a brief word from our sponsor, you'll hear our song of the week. If you are listening, now you know that we can't show the videos on the videos online about what we are vibing to, but you can always check our See.Plan.Do playlist on YouTube. And also, because you're there, just go ahead and like and subscribe. Share it to somebody who you think this episode will work for. All right. So we'll get right to it.
Having a wedding, birthday party, or other social or corporate event, contact Greenlight Entertainment today. With our experienced DJs, quality sound, and professional service, we look to make your event the event. Check us out on the web at www.greenlightentertain.com. With Greenlight Entertainment, you have the green light.
It's always celebration season. Always. I love DJing. I love the company. It's been 20 years. So all these weddings I've done, all these parties I've done, all these celebrations, surprises, baby showers, all these different events. It's always a time to celebrate. And so if you're looking for that, you already know where to go. All right. So let's get to our appetizer. All right. NFL playoffs are here. We're deep in the trenches now, guys. So guess what? If you are looking, if you're betting, guess what? I'm just saying that you can listen to these picks and lock them in. All right. So the NFL playoffs are in full swing. So I wanted to be able to lay out my locks. If you said, "Hey Gary, let's talk about it," people have asked me, so I'm gonna give you my opinion. Now, I even stayed up watching yesterday's episode. Usually I just try to drop midnight, but you know what? I stayed up, watched the episode. And so let me give you my picks. So right now, let's start with the AFC. All right. So we have the Chiefs versus the Texans. That's coming up. I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I just think that I don't see a situation where the Texans can overcome the powerhouse, which is the Chiefs. I think that playoff experience is a real thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's close, but I also don't see that out of the different games being played, that's going to be the upset. All right. I think the Texans have a chance because they're already in. Things happen. But I just think that the Chiefs have been here multiple times. They know what to do. Regardless if you feel the Chiefs are cheating, the refs are cheating or not, I'm not getting into that. I would just say that the Chiefs have been able to take advantage of opportunities, blown coverages, stuff like that. So I'm going with the Chiefs. That's what I'm going with. I would be surprised if it was an upset, but I think the Texans are actually pretty good defensively. So it could work. But let's go. Let's lock it in with the Chiefs. The next one is the Ravens versus the Bills. I think that this is probably the biggest matchup out of all of the games. Now, of course, Ravens fan, day in and day out. Matter of fact, I should have wore my Raven chain that I used to wear. So shout out to you if you used to watch the episodes that on Tuesdays when I would record, I would wear my chain. I actually have it upstairs. I'm gonna start wearing it again. The Bills versus the Ravens. I'm going Ravens all the way. All right. Now, this is the MVP game right here because I feel like whoever wins, they're going to go ahead and push the MVP for that person. You have Josh Allen at quarterback. He's been doing amazing, but I just think that this is the Ravens' time. We've missed out on a couple of seasons, a couple of playoffs. Things have happened. And I just think that at this point, things are clicking. You're seeing Derrick Henry. I'm still surprised at how we got him. You seeing him running, but people are getting bounced. He gets stiff. He's stiff off of people. People getting bounced on the ground. You got Lamar stepping up, stepping in the pocket. You have this MVP season from both of these guys. So I just feel like that's going to be a little bit too much for the Bills, and our defense is pretty solid. So I think that the Ravens take it, let's say less than 5 points. I'll say maybe 4. But yeah, I'm locking it in on the Chiefs. I'm locking it in on the Ravens. And then let's go with the NFC. You have the Lions versus the Commanders. Guess what? Commanders fan, I know you might be mad at me because I'm in the DMV. Sorry. I just feel like Lions are a possible team 1 of destiny here. The Commanders getting in is an amazing thing, I think, for all of us to see. If you are a Redskin fan, the horrible stuff that you guys have seen, leadership, stuff like that, and it just not pan out. I'm happy for you guys. I am happy for you guys. I don't think you're going to be able to get past the Lions. I just think that you guys were one doink away from not even winning last night. So I just feel that right now it's an amazing feat that you had a rookie quarterback taking guys all the way, take the win. But I'm going to go with the Lions. I think the Lions are more polished. I think that playoff experience again happens. And that's who I'm going with. You can lock it in on the Lions. And then also we have the Eagles versus the Rams. I'm going to say the Rams are a team of destiny too. Eagles look really good. They look really good. They look really great. I do think that their defense is really, really great. They're going to create a lot of pressure, and I think that it's going to be problematic. But I also understand how emotions go. And so right now, you have the Rams that are saying we're playing for stuff bigger than us, in reference to California. So I don't know, man. Emotion gets involved, man. People get that extra boost. So I'm still going with the Eagles, but I'm not going to be surprised if the Rams take it. So we have the Chiefs versus the Rams, the Ravens. I'm going to say Ravens. You have the Lions versus the Eagles. I'm going to say the Lions. And in the Super Bowl, it's Ravens versus the Lions, which we should have had a couple of years ago. And I'm going to go with Ravens taking it all the way. Let's go with Lamar being MVP of the Super Bowl, and we go from there. All right, because he said we're going to get one out of him, and he got to pay what he owes. So that's my picks. If you have a different pick, let me know in the comment section. Let me know how you feel. But I got my Ravens taking it all the way. I'm not thinking emotionally. I'm just thinking that, hey, it's due. Okay? All right, so that's my thing. So we talked about the NFL playoff series and what that looks like. Let's talk about TikTok. So TikTok, within the next couple of days, they're saying they're putting that ban is officially going in. And so we're not going to have TikTok anymore. And I just feel like it's disappointing. It's unfortunate, but I understand if they're saying, hey, there's problematic, they're spying on us. I mean, everybody's spying on us. My phone is not made in USA. Okay. My bed is not made in the USA. My car is not made in the USA. I don't think so. So, hey, it's a lot of things that are not made here. But if the country feels like, hey, they're spying on us, they're using this technology to spy on us, I'm pretty sure they are. All right. Because if I right now start saying a couple of words in a matter of moments, your phone is going to start popping up those things. So it's unfortunate that we're having this ban. I mean, I really like TikTok. I really like a lot of things. I bought a lot of things. Surprisingly, bought a whole bunch of stuff from TikTok. I've watched a lot of videos and enjoyed myself on TikTok. But it's understandable. Guess what? Guess what? Fret not, guys. They're good. Someone else is going to make another TikTok. So I see lemon is another thing that people are sort of going to. We still have Instagram. We still have Facebook. We still have Twitter. So someone else is going to make something. Remember Vine? Remember how y'all was cooking on Vine and that went away? So someone's going to make something else and it's going to go from there. And here's a lesson I just want to drop on you with that is that, hey, always think ahead. Try to be independent, especially if you're a content creator. How can you pull your people in for it to be independent? And things can be taken away. And so it's unfortunate, but it happens. All right. So they've been talking about that, hey, we're gonna be not having this app. And so it looks like we're gonna have it. So I'm gonna keep going with it, ride it till the wheels fall off, and we'll just go from there. All right. So let me know how you feel about the TikTok ban. Do you think we're actually going to get it done? Do you think it's going to go? Let me know. All right, let's get to our entree. And again, see Vulnerable Part 1. And this is episode 143. So let me get to you the premise on why I created this episode. So in my life, me personally, in my life, there are two things that I focus on. One, I don't want to be vulnerable. And what I mean is not that I'm open to things, right? Not talking about emotional vulnerability, right? When it's a safe space. But what I mean is I want to make sure I secure myself and that I am not open and vulnerable to attacks, whatever attacks might mean to you, right? So that's the first thing is that I want to make sure I secure myself. Things are shored up, right? I want to make sure those things are secure. And the second thing is for myself, in reference to my children, as a parent, not even as a parent, but for me as a parent, there are two ways you can go about you. Either you can be, when your children are looking at you, you can be a cautionary tale, and I'm not the first person to say that, or you are a example. And so I want to set standards. I committed to setting standards. And I don't want to be a cautionary tale for my children on what not to do. So I look to go hard and do everything I need to do. So I came up with, hey, where are these 5 areas where somebody could be vulnerable and suspect to attack, right? Today, we're going to talk about 2. Next week, we'll talk about the remaining 3. So financial, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Those are the 5 that I came up with. It might be more, but those are the 5 main ones that I came up with. So we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about financial vulnerability and physical and how you can avoid the attacks. How can you secure yourself in reference to that? So let's go with the financial part. How can you ensure that you are not being financially vulnerable? Now, in a moment of transparency, when I resigned from my job 2 years ago, I didn't even have all of my money coming to me that I was owed at that moment. Because I was on workman's comp, I didn't know that I couldn't use my time. And because I didn't know that, and nobody told me that, imagine my next paycheck or my last paycheck was like 36 cents. I mean, I have mortgage, I have kids. I'm thankful that I've always had a secondary job, but that was extremely stressful to me in that moment. Right? I was able to make quick adjustments, but I left that situation. And what really got me was that I had opened myself to be being vulnerable financially. So how can we secure ourselves and not be financially vulnerable? Right? The first thing is track your spending. Where is your money going? Right? Is it going out to eat? Is it going to access bills or subscriptions? Where is your money going? Because if you're making money, you're making money. And if you don't have any money by the end of the month, then where is it going? And you may have to do an analysis when you do that, right? But one of the biggest things I always like to highlight, and everyone likes to highlight it, Dave Ramsey, anybody else, you need to save up. So what's the formula, Gary? They're saying you should save up at least 3 to 6 months of monthly income in an emergency fund. Things happen. People lose jobs. You might need emergency funds for whatever reason, right? Car breaks down, furnace messes up, somebody gets sick, whatever it is. Make sure that you have that 3 to 6 months of income saved up. Now, does that mean that if you're able to, of course, take huge chunks out of your paychecks and put them away, but you may have to divide that up. What does that mean? So if 3 months of your pay is roughly $5,000, then how can I divide up? What can I put away to get that done? How much can I save from my paycheck to put that into my account? What else can I do to have that money secured up, right? So 3 to 6 months, that's what the financial gurus are saying. It's not me, in your emergency fund, right? Budgeting. You have to budget. Now, one of the formulas I like is that 50, 30, 20. 50% of your income needs to go to your needs. All those different things that have to be taken care of: transportation, food, insurance, utilities, whatever, right? Those things have to be taken care of. 30% should go to your wants. So let's say entertainment, vacation, any other thing that you find that's that you would consider entertainment, and a remaining part, 20%, should go to your savings. Remember, we want 3 to 6 months. So guess what? You got to put it away. And trust and believe we all can put money away. I don't have any money, Gary. We all have money. According to TikTok, according to social media, when we're out having a good time, we're on vacations, we can have money put away. Okay? So just try to save as much as you can. All right? Now, you might not be able to save the 20 right now, but get into the habit of doing it. All right? You might have to trim the fat. Some things might have to get cut off. Also, automate some of those things. Right? For me, what's the setup for me? Having my accounts easily accessible. Sometimes you're going to need to automate it and put it away where you don't even see it. It's already gone before you even get it. Right? Think about it. Can you imagine if the IRS said, you know what? You're getting all of your money. You don't have to pay taxes until the end of the year. We're not going to take it out of your pay. Some of them will say, hey, IRS, you got to get it back in blood, right? So just like the IRS, go ahead and say these are non-negotiable things. Just go ahead and you can set up things where you can automate it. It can go to a separate account. You can invest. Also, investing is great. You can invest as low as $5. There's some of these different investing spots that you can do for as low as $5 and just put $5 away. Surely you have $5, right? So saving up, budgeting, automating your savings, automating some investments. Again, we don't want to see it. And also be a student. Learn about your money. So like we talked about, I watch my account every day. Some people don't. I do. I look at my account every freaking day. I track all my money. Apple, I'm going to have to talk to somebody about Apple because Apple's taking money out of my account. And I'm like, what did I buy? Right? Following your money, right? Learning about money. So tracking your money, being a student about your money. There are a couple of books that I can offer you that you can check out. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, one of my favorite books. Okay, so check out Learning About Your Finances. So Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich. You Need a Budget, as well as I Will Teach You to Be Rich. Those are just 4 books that I like. Feel free to research them and choose whatever book works for you. And last, in reference to this, but certainly not least, stop worrying about other people. Stop stunting. Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. Guess what? You want to have this $100 thing or $300 thing or $7,000 thing because some other people have it, or you saw it on social media, or you saw a celebrity with it, man, forget them. Your budget is your budget. I like to go on vacations. Now, some vacations I like to go on, I have to save up. But I'm not going to put myself in a world of debt because I want to go somewhere. And you also want to have to think about take your emotions out of spending and money. That's how they get you. They get us with the emotional spending. Oh, it's Christmas time. Oh, every kiss begins with K. Oh, these things. So just try to take your emotions out of it because we want to make sure that if something happens, God forbid something happens financially, you need to move. You need to make a move. You need to buy something today that you're not financially vulnerable. I took a picture of that check when it said 36 cents. I took a picture, but I've also taken a picture with checks that were a lot and reminded myself that things can go up, things can go down, and just make sure that I act accordingly. Okay. So that's financial. All right. And remember, I'm only going over financial and physical today. And then next episode, you can look at the other remaining three here on episode 143. So let's talk about physical, which is huge. I should have probably started up with that one. Yeah. So physical, I heard a great phrase that said, you can have 100 problems, but if your health is compromised, you only have one problem. All right. So how can we avoid the attacks of physicalness? How can we make sure that we're in the best physical condition? Now, some things happen to us. We can't avoid those things, right? But a lot of things, obesity, hypertension, blood pressure issues, being overweight, all those different things. And I already said obesity. So all these different health issues that people have, some of them can be really avoided. Most of them can be avoided. So the first thing is get a specialist. I here on this show, we are a fan of LeBron James. And one of the things they talk about is that he spends X amount of money on his nutrition. I just finished watching Don't Die. If you get a chance on Netflix, it's on there. And this guy, he was taking all these pills. You don't have to go to extreme like that. But he was making sure he could do everything physically, nutritionally to make sure that he has optimum health. All right. But guess what? You can too. Do you have a primary care physician? Do you have a nutritionist? Do you have a dietitian? Get with your different specialists that you may need, right? Get blood work done. Get your full health makeup and take your regular exams. Guys, if you're 40, I'll be 45 in February. I already know what tests I need to take, and I'm not worried. I want to take all the tests I need to take because I want to ensure that I'm here. So use your full advantage of your health makeup. So getting all these things done, get your blood work done, get a full scan, get whatever you can get it. So that way you can know what's going on, right? The next thing is exercise. I know, we always talk about exercise, and I don't need to dive in too deep about exercising, but it helps you be strong. It helps your strength, helps you lose weight, and it improves your cardiovascular health. I mean, I don't need to go too deep into why it's important that we exercise. You look good, you feel good, you have more energy, you have more libido. All right. All these different wonderful benefits. You're going to be here longer. You're not susceptible to an attack. Think about if somebody wants to scrap with you, right? All right. Think about if somebody wanted to fight you. How long do you think you could last in a fight? What if you needed to run away? What if zombies really overtake your city? How far could you run? Right? What if you needed to lift something because a child or your loved one was trapped underneath some wood or something like that? Could you lift it? So we all need to be looking like Greek gods at this point. I am aware, before anybody comes in the chat and says, oh, body positivity, I am full on and full of support of body positivity. But body positivity doesn't mean I'm just going to do whatever the hell I want. It doesn't mean that. It means that you love yourself, you want to take care of yourself, and you want to treat yourself the best way. That's body positivity to me. It doesn't mean body positivity and I'm eating a cheesesteak sub. It doesn't mean that. It's not to say that you can't have it, but there has to be things in moderation. Everything should be done in moderation. So let's make sure we exercise more. And there's tons of different things. You can do strength training. You could do, jump rope, cardiovascular training, HIIT training. You could do Pilates. You could do boxing, swimming. It's just do whatever you want, but we just need to be physical. We need to be moving. We need to be shaking. Okay. Get sleep. Now, if some of you guys know me, you'd be like, oh, I know you're not talking about sleep, but I've had to make certain changes because I know how sleep has affected me. You have to get sleep. And a lot of us disregard sleep. You have to get sleep. You need to create a regular schedule. We need to create a regular schedule, a regular sleep schedule, and not disregard sleep. All right. minimize the screen time, set up an amazing area where you can get some rest and get some sleep. Those shows will be there when you wake up. All right. But getting sleep is extremely important. You can look at all the benefits on sleep online. Hydrate. Like, we're in 2025. So I'm just going to simply say, drink some goddamn water. Right? Oh, I don't like water. Like, what kind of mutant are you for real? Drink water. Hydrate yourself. We need to be hydrating. Okay? You're out here, your body is fighting for its life because you saying, oh, you got one bottle of water that you ate that you have over 24 hours. Your regular systems in your body need more water to operate. So they're not going to operate over the thimble of water that you had earlier. Drink water. Okay? Get with your doctor. How much water should I be drinking? The formula is half your body weight in ounces. So clearly I need to drink a lot of water. And it's okay. I like drinking water. You can add little things to it. If you want to add lemon or cucumber, whatever gets you want to add a whole freaking fruit salad, go ahead and do it. Who cares? Get your water in. I like the drink mixes. Get it. And before somebody says, oh, well, Gary, you adding those things, it's not water. Go to hell. Yeah, go to hell. Okay? Drink your water. And last but certainly not least, well-balanced, nutritious diet. And this can go back to tracking your food, being a student of you, tracking your food. What are you eating throughout the week? I can tell you right now what I've had throughout the day, right? And I can grade myself on what I've had throughout the day. So we want to have more positive grades than you have negative grades. Did I have, what did I have today? Did I have a Reese cup? Absolutely. But a Reese cup over every good thing I ate today, I'm good with that, right? So having a well-balanced, nutritious diet, track your food, eat all the wonderful things. We want to eliminate, minimize sugars, minimize salt, eat carbs, right? But not overdo it, right? Don't overdo it with your carbs because they're going to say, oh, don't eat carbs. That's a lie. Carbs is brain food. But again, this is where you could talk with your dietitian, you could talk with your nutritionist, and really get into studying your body and going from there. All right? Let's avoid being vulnerable financially as well as physically. You don't want to get caught slipping in either one. That's the end of this episode. You can catch each and every episode on my website, See.Plan.Do I'm on all of the DSPs, the digital streaming platforms. So wherever you listen to podcasts, you can check it out. All right. If you want to be a guest on the show, let me know. If you want to subscribe, you want to be a guest, or you want to be a sponsor of the show, just hit me up in an email. All right. If this episode speaks to you, or you like to share this with other people, please do so. All right. As well as, guess what? I have a newsletter that I just dropped. So right now in the comment section, if you want a goal setting cheat sheet, I've created that. Click on it. Just give me your information, automatic download, and you can start today. And each week, I'm sending you little motivational things. I'm not flooding your inbox. I'm just sending you once a week to help you throughout the week. So I have seen, thank you so much, actually, for over the 100 people who signed up. That's amazing, right? I wasn't even using newsletters, but make sure you sign up. That way you can get some information. I'm offering also special deals and discounts and also inviting opportunities for you. So make sure you check that out. But as we wrap this up, I just want to take time out to thank you. Yes, you. You are the most important person of the show. You. Right? So until we see each other again, because we'll see each other again, because you're not going to leave yourself open to attack until we talk again, because we're going to talk about all the wonderful things that we're doing in this year. Until we share those special moments again, guys, always remember, see what you want to do. Hey, plan that thing out. Strategize, plan, and above all else, we're going to execute and we're going to do. All right, your life coach loves you. Hey, at the end of this episode, drink 2 bottles of water. All right, I'll see you next time. Same life coaching time, same life coaching channel. Again, like, share, subscribe. Hey, talk to you next time. See ya. I hate this damn ending. I swear.